Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Happy Friday evening to all of you. I see the tax pros logging in. Okay. All right. I see Queen of Taxes. Listen, welcome, guys, tonight to our tax professional call. If you are on this line tonight, you have been invited because you are an ERO, you might be a CPA, you might be an EA. Listen, we're just delighted to have you on tonight. You're going to be hearing from myself and Miss Yolanda Mead, who is an ERO out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. As you come in, listen, guys, go ahead and hashtag your city. Let us see where you guys are zooming in from tonight. Hashtag your city. In addition to that, go ahead and shout your business out, child. Listen, we're super excited to be here. My name is Michelle W. Kofer with Kofer Financial Group. I'm a 7-year tax professional. Been in this industry, guys, a long time. And I can tell you tonight, you are in for a special treat. So you can thank the person that invited you because they about to hook you up. Listen, good evening to you all. I see North Carolina. Okay, welcome. Welcome, Glendale, Arizona. Welcome, welcome. Listen, you guys, feel free if you have colleagues, if you're part of a team of tax professionals, certainly share this link with them. I see you, Household Solutions. I see you, Queen of Taxes. Listen, Georgia, I see you on the call tonight. We are so excited, guys, as you can tell, about being here tonight because Yolanda Mead and myself, we've been in the tax industry for quite a while. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself, but I can tell you that the information we have tonight, we are not gatekeeping, right? We are not. And I know it took something for you to be able to pull away from what you were doing. Listen, I got a whole file cabinet right over here I'm working on too, girl. Listen, it took a minute for you to pull away from that, but I can tell you this will be certainly well worth your time tonight. We have more people chiming in, guys. We're going to give it about 60 more seconds for the sake of time because I know we are all busy. We're in the peak season, and so we're not going to delay tonight. But if you're just now joining, go ahead and hashtag your city. Go ahead and shout at your business. We don't care tonight. It's just us, right? It's just us tonight, but we're going to be talking about a phenomenal platform that will allow you to be able to still do what you love, which is serving your clients, providing financial literacy and the best resources to them. But this is going to give you a play right here like you've never seen. So welcome to the call tonight. I see somebody chiming in from Georgia. Welcome, 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 welcome. Keep on coming in, guys. We have some information for you that is super powerful, but nonetheless, also some live testimonials because I think that with what we're going to share tonight, you need to hear from people who are doing it, not just us, right? We know we're impacting, changing lives, but we want to share information. I see a couple people. I don't see your mic up here, but we will take a few questions at the end, guys. Truly transparent here. So at the end, we'll allow you to raise your virtual hand. If you have any questions to pop up as we are moving through the information, certainly drop those questions in the chat. But I can tell you right now, you want to go ahead and grab something to write with, and you want to grab something to write on because you want to be a student right now. I know, listen, as tax professionals, we always the leaders, we always in the front. But tonight, I promise you, if you just make yourself a student for just a moment, you'll walk away with some invaluable, life-changing information, not just for you, but for the people you serve, for the communities that you serve, for the people that, frequent your office that are wondering, can I be a homeowner? Do you have any resources for me? And I'm going to tell you tonight, we absolutely will be able to tell them. Yes, I'm looking for one more person over here in the Zoom and we're going to get started. But listen, you guys, feel free to share that link, get it out to anybody because we're talking about the same way you get to do taxes nationwide. We have something for you tonight that will allow you to strengthen your national presence. But we're talking about helping so many families, right? I'm going to go ahead looking for one more person to come in and we're going to get started. But in the meantime, in between time, if you haven't already, drop your city in the chat. I see y'all coming in tonight. Listen, everybody was like, let me just put this little paper down. Let me put these files down for just a few minutes and jump on this call. So we are certainly appreciative, you guys, that you are here with us on tonight, that you took a moment of your time. We promise not to hold you long, especially because we know everybody's busy. Listen, I see you, Jamina Finance out of Illinois. Welcome to the call. Listen, tax pros, if you're on the line tonight, you're a CPA, you're an enrolled agent, you're a ERO, you're a tax preparer, first year, second year, third year, 30 years. Go ahead and give yourself a shout in the chat. You can even thank the person that invited you to the call tonight. We're just elated. I see you, Philadelphia, PA, checking in, checking in. Okay, I got a new computer, y'all. So let me tell you, I'm trying to navigate over here on the side with this new computer. It's doing a different view than what I'm used to in the chat, but I'm trying to get you guys down here. I saw Chicago, I saw Illinois, I saw Philadelphia chime in, I saw Georgia. Who else is out there? Listen, I'm in the big city of Winder, Georgia, if you've ever heard of that, right outside of Gwinnett County. All right, keep on coming in. I see the waiting room. Let me try to get a few people assigned as co-hosts, and we're going to get started here momentarily. I'm looking for one person. I know she serves in dual roles. She works for a banking entity, but she also is a tax pro, and she may pop in here a little bit after we get started. I see you, Anniston, Alabama. Shout out to TG and Associates. I love it. I love it. You guys, if you want to share who invited you on tonight, that is certainly okay for you to do, because what it says is they think highly enough of you to say, look, I got something that you might want to add to your provision of services, to your service umbrella, that won't take away your time. And it'll give you a play all year long. And there are no tests. Come on, listen. Any of y'all tax professionals out there, realtors or insurance professionals, so you've already added some financial services? If so, just drop yes in the chat. You've already added some financial services. And a lot of times you had to take a test. Well, this is an easy add-on, guys. No tests, no tests, no stress. All right. So we're going to get started in just a few minutes. Let me just see. I see Miss Me. I see some yeses coming in the chat. Okay. Welcome, Chanel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you guys out there. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to get this recording going. Somebody said, none of my people can get in. Someone messaged me the access number. Hold on. We're going to make sure you have that. If somebody could drop that in the chat, but they should be able to get in. I'm going to type it in here just for you. Add the www. Have them add the www in front of it. I'm going to drop it right here in the chat. Give me 1 second. We want to make sure people can get on. I just dropped that in the chat for you, Jamie. See if they can add it. And then thank you, Maritza. Maritza also has dropped the actual link in the chat. All right. And we're live streaming on Facebook. And so if you're friends with us on Facebook, certainly you can also, just tag and tap in on the Facebook stream. But we are super elated to be here on tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get this recording started for the sake of time, because I know we're all busy, right? So time is money, and we want to make sure that we honor your time, we honor your money, and appreciate your presence being on here tonight. So for all of you that don't know me, I am Dr. Michelle W. Cofer. I'm going to be one of the speakers tonight, but I'm not the first speaker. But I do have the privilege and pleasure to introduce our first speaker tonight, Miss Yolanda Mead, out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm going to let her tell her story, but I can tell you, I remember mentoring this young lady, in the credit space. And I've been a tax professional for about 7 years. She said, Miss Cofer, I want to do taxes. And so she came on board with me. Now I think we're going into 5 years. We've been doing business together on the tax side, but she came on board with me, guys. And her first year as a preparer, she just really soared and excelled. And I said, you know what? You should start your own business. Why? Because y'all, we're not gatekeepers. Okay. You should start your own business. You should, pull away from me. No need to commission split when you can literally start your own business. And she did. Super excited to be able to see her scale her income, scale her business. She's an ERO today. She's a top producing tax professional, but also, guys, a top producing mortgage loan originator. Someone with so much business acumen. She's a social media strategist. She's a guru. She's a coach to many. In fact, you're going to hear from some of her mentees on the line tonight. I'm going to move myself out the way and bring up at this time Miss Yolanda Mead, ERO, tax business owner, boss babe out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Miss Mead, the line is yours tonight, Queen.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Cofer, for that amazing introduction. But before we get started, we do have one of my mentees that's leading the way in the industry right now with these loans. I literally just got off the phone with her and she told me she got another one closing on Sunday. So I just want to introduce Carlotta because I know she had to pull away from her job, but I do want her to share her experience, how this made sense for you as a tax office and adding this on board for you to help your clients. Carlotta, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hey.
Hey, if you can, give me honesty. How is your experience as a mortgage loan officer and also a tax professional as well? Did this make sense for you? Are you helping your clients?
Yes, I help And thank you for this moment that I can express how happy I am. I never regret to do the investment when my coach called me and told me about this opportunity, because I mean I've been doubling this amount a lot of times. I mean, this is great opportunity, and I've been so blessed with this company, and I'll continue learning. That way, I can share that with my team. I mean, I have a one, and I'm so proud to share all my knowledge, because I'm so proud of my new MLO that she signed up like a month ago, and she have a customer who is approved for $350,000, and she just less than a month in the business. And I have a customer that I have a closing in March the 8th, and $230,000 house, and is the primary house for her and her family. I'm so excited, and this customer is referring everybody to me. She's like a Carlotta. I never find somebody who help me. I always have declined transactions from my credit union. And I'm not gonna mention the bank, but she deal with a credit union. She got all her accounts there, never can get approved. When she come to us, I like a trust the process, trust on me, and I'm gonna see how can I help you. With me and my team, I mean the bank, of course, I mean we making her dream come true. So she gonna be new and first time home buyer on March the 8th. So I'm so excited, and that's how I want my team to continue doing it. I was telling Dr. Coffer tonight that I just got a customer all the way from Atlanta, and she got approved tonight for $230,000. So I mean,
Yes.
I never knew that I gonna have this kind of um opportunity, and growing so fast. Last night I signed up somebody bilingual. I mean, the people is just coming, and I hope to continue growing with my team and helping a lot of customers. So I mean that $250 that I pay one day, I mean, it's giving me a lot of blessings, and I'm not regretting a penny. So that's all I can say. So I mean, it is possible. Just be consistent. I am in Facebook every day from morning saying good morning, good night, good afternoon. I mean, I'm just consistent there and trying to attract some people, do what is right, and that's how I get my referrals. So it's not hard. I don't do
Thank you
the
so
underwriting,
much.
but yeah, just believe in the process. It's possible.
Thank you so much, Carlotta. And just before you go, you got started. So far, how many loans have you already closed? I lost track.
Mhm.
Last time I checked, it was like 7.
Yes, and 7. I think I have like, if I'm not mistaken, I have 7 pending right
You got
now.
7
So
pending right now?
yes,
Wow.
7 pending.
Okay. I'm losing
Yeah.
track. But thank you so much, Carlotta. I really appreciate you leading the team, what you're doing so far. I love it. And you adding value. But I also want to bring one of my good also mentees in the South Carolina area, Miss Coach Keisha. She joined this platform as well, and she's leading the way with her team. And she's definitely saw that this vision was very clear that she had to add it to her tax office as well. Coach Keisha, are you there?
And let me tell you, before she talks, that is my coach. That's the one that you called me one time. So I always say, let's go. We can do it. South Carolina.
Oh my gosh, y'all, listen. Yeah, I am so honored tonight just to be a part of this amazing company. Listen, when I heard about Debt Cleanse, to me, it was a no-brainer because guess what? At the end of the day, I was doing taxes for a very long time, right? And I noticed that I had so many clients used to always come to me and say, Miss Keisha, can I get a copy of my tax return? And I'm like, they might tell me, sometimes they might tell me what they want it for, and sometimes they won't. But when I realized why they wanted a copy of the tax return, because they was trying to purchase a home, right? And so, so as me being a tax professional, it was the opportunity for me because I was already kind of like started doing a little bit of credit repair, and I create the software, how to, help individuals to do their credit repair. So I create this whole software, y'all, and I was so ready about launching this credit repair program. And I don't know what happened, but I'm telling y'all, I could not launch this credit repair program. And the reason why, because Debt Cleanse was a company that was going to come through and was going to take all of the pressure off of me. So clients ain't got to be calling me, same as Keisha, how long? What's the process? So when Debt Cleanse, when I got the information from about Debt Cleanse, it was so easy for me to put my clients into a program that they're actually going to be able to see results, and they don't have to be leaning on me, asking me questions. So, I mean, when I came to my team and I told them about it, my tax team, I said, y'all, listen, I got a program that I see results and it's going to work. And I know it's going to work because I see it. It's working. I mean, when I put my credit information in there and they started going there, fixing up my, not fixing my credit, but helping me educate myself on the things that I was slacking. Because I want to mix it. I won't say that. They ain't fixing it. They are assisting you to educate yourself or educate you and your clients on how and what to do and what not to do, moving forward. So that was an amazing for me. So I started sharing with my group, and everybody was like, okay, Keisha, let's go, because I'm that coach. And I tell everybody, when I find something that's gonna make sense, y'all listen, y'all better attach yourself to it and let's run. But and then I had like some things that came up throughout the process of me starting like growing my team. So my team have grown significant, you know, um, and it's still growing. My Facebook page got hacked in December. My mom went in the hospital in November, so I kind of got like a stagnated. I did got a little discouraged. Okay, so don't let me tell you, in this life, you're gonna get discouraged, right? But when you get discouraged, it's only a way of God is showing you. Sometimes you can't always like. When I would say this, like how people would start things and you see things. I used to always say the scripture, I can do all things through Christ. And yes, we can do a lot of things, but sometimes we can bite too much, right? And sometimes it's not the time to go after certain things. But I know that Debt Cleanse is one thing because I know everybody looking to buy a house. So I know that's one of the things that I'm going to keep my hands in. I'm going to keep my hand in taxes because taxes is something that everybody need. A house is something that everybody need. They want, they need a house. So if we can educate people on how to properly file their taxes so they can actually become homeowners, everything gonna tie into one. So when I tell y'all Debt Cleanse is an amazing company, you're not gonna have no. I'm saying the education part is amazing. Yolanda, Miss Coughlin, those top leaders, y'all, they are here for us. Yolanda know I call her like in a nick of dime. She might be in places in our house like, Yolanda, why you answer the phone? you know, but we got a relationship like that. We got a bond like that. I can call her. She always answer me. So if it was me, I would choose Debt Cleanse because it's gonna change your life. It's gonna change your family life. It's gonna change so many people that are attached to you because we see results. And I even had one of my clients on yesterday. I finally got logged into this amazing platform that they have that's going to help us to be able to see the process of how our clients are moving along in their process. Where I logged in on yesterday, and I already got a client that's already pre-approved for $199,000. And I called my client who was at the point of giving up, and she started crying. So I'm telling y'all, Debt Cleanse is a must. You must get to this platform because it's going to break off so many generation curses on the people that who can't get to their next. And God is going to use us to help these people get to their next. So I'm hoping that what I told y'all tonight is something that's going to carry y'all a little longer in this process. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you so much, Coach. I really appreciate you coming on in with that amazing testimony. But I know it's tax season. We don't want to keep you long, but we do want to show you what we got coming on board for you guys. So just bear with me. I'm going to share my screen. And Ms. Cofer, once I get this started, if you do not mind, let me know if you can see it.
So I see Miss Me now the frame. So it looks like it's up, but it's
Okay.
coming in.
Okay. Bear with me, guys. Do apologize. This is a new computer and I'm still learning. It was the first time I ever had a touchscreen computer. So I'm like a kid in a candy store. So bear with me. There we go. Start from the beginning. Okay, here we are. So you heard enough of them testimonies, but these are real people with real results that's coming on board showing you how they simply added this to their tax business by simply adding 2 questions to their intake form. I do that all the time with my clients. I ask them what their credit is and are they looking to become a homeowner. Those are 2 simple questions that I add on my job form and every client see it. So with this amazing company, Own Easy, we're going to pretty much show you how to become that mortgage loan officer. But at the same time, we don't want you to forget who were the 2 gentlemen for this vision. Their goal is to help 1 million families become homeowners in the next 5 years. It's powerful. Mr. Chet Seeley, he take companies to $1 billion. Mr. George Newberry, he went through a $26 billion debt that he got out of it by having some credit attorneys to help him to get out the process. So I wanted to share you guys with these 2 visions because they laid the vision, but we now going to control the masses and get our community back in control, become homeowners. So in the next 5 years, we're going to pretty much make sure we're going to help 1 million families become homeowners. And how we're going to do it? We're going to dispute the debt solution. We also going to do community trained mortgage loan officers, and we're going to also receive down payment education assistance. In our platform, which is going to be launched very soon, is a home buyer process for our clients to see it step by step by step. So they are not going to be lost in the process whatsoever. But in this process, which I'm so excited, we now just launched our AI-based technology credit repair services. This is something amazing that I love. I was able to do my credit repair process in under 10 minutes. It showed me what I needed to do and how to dispute each account. I had some negative items on there, and I just read what I needed to say. And AI took control of it, and it sent my letters for me. So I don't need to mail them out. AI is doing the rest for me. It's cut, clean, place for me, and easy to I can show my customers. I get on Zoom with my customers at the same time. I show them, and it's very user friendly. But we also have training videos in that platform as well to help you out at the same time. So this is a good value plan here, right? This is our VIP services. Your clients are now going to be able to have AI technology to help them out in the credit repair process. They're also going to have reporting process, also credit building tools, manage money tools as well. We already know tax season here. People don't know how to control their money or where the money is going. We need to have some things in place how to track their money, right? You're also going to have your clients have debt analysis and budgeting tool. You're going to have attorneys at your back, at your risk. Anytime you know for a fact something's not right on your report, your attorney is right there. All you have to do is book an appointment. So this value is about $1,500, but your clients are getting it for $149.90. That's a value. That's something you cannot buy out of stores or anyone down the street doing credit repair. And you have your monthly subscription at $89. But at the same time, it's $5 and you get it for free. So your clients can refer people, as many people you want, and they can get it for free to help you out. So we now want to switch over because I know why you're here. You want to become a mortgage loan officer. You want to become that 50-state play. You want that in your back pocket, right? Because clients are now want to become homeowners. I literally just helped 5 people today with their application to get started on the process. And I did their taxes. So now we're switching gears. I'm going to help them become a homeowner and be at the closing table to help them out at the same time. So I'm going to remove myself out the way. I'm going to bring up Miss Dr. Cofer. She was our speaker just now. She's going to lay out the blueprint, how you can get that blueprint in your back pocket so you can go to the next level and help that client that you already help right now for taxes.
Can you
Ms.
hear me,
Cofer, are
Miss
you there?
Reed?
Yes,
I
I
am.
can.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, absolutely. So you guys go ahead and drop some fire symbols in the chat for these amazing, amazing queens. You heard from Miss Carlotta Ross, who is a bilingual tax professional and MLO on this platform out of South Carolina, one of the top MLOs in the company, guys. You also heard from her coach and mentor, Coach Lakeisha. Listen, if you know anything about AHP, if you're connected any way, with that big organization, Coach Lakeisha is a top trainer. I'm trying to get the spotlight here real quick. She's a top trainer in the tax industry, guys. Huge tax business, but not only that, she's a real estate investor, has been able to help so many families get into homes, guys. And so we're talking about, even you just heard from Miss Yolanda Mead, who is a powerhouse, someone who has taught so many people how to grow and scale their tax business by leveraging social media. And I'm just excited to be here. So I know we got tax pros chiming in tonight from all across the country. Like Ms. Mead said, I got a new computer too. So, listen, during tax season, I don't know what happens. It seems like every other year I have to get a new computer. And tonight I'm working on one and I'm trying to navigate it. But for whatever reason, I can't spotlight, but it doesn't matter. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try it right here. It doesn't matter. I want to make sure you guys can hear me is what matters, because I'm getting ready to show you the play. They just talked to you briefly about, their testimonies. Ms. Mees just shared with you about credit. But let me tell you something. As a tax professional, ultimately your goal is to become a full service, one-stop shop. And I'll tell you why that makes sense, because I used to be a social worker before I was a tax professional. Social worker, 16 years. I got in this industry simply, guys, because I was tired of struggling. I wanted to own a home and I was tired of paying rent to somebody and literally watching my money go out the door. And so I got introduced to the credit industry. This is not a credit platform. This is a real estate platform. So stick with me. But I got introduced to the credit industry, and through the credit industry, I was introduced to taxes, because all of my credit clients were like, so Miss Cofer, you do taxes too? And I was like, no. But here's what I realized. Supply and demand is the key to building anything that's successful. And so because people started asking, I decided, you know what? Let me take on this. This is an acquired skill. Any wealth builders on here, drop a 1 if you're a wealth builder. This is an acquired skill. And if I want to build wealth, I need to do something that the masses can't do. So I got into the tax industry, guys, over a weekend, learned everything I needed to know. My husband and I started out as a 2-person office. Our second year, we had over 30 people, and I've been training. I'm a tax strategist. I've been training and educating ever since then. And I'll tell you what I love, though, is that all along, I've been able to add more resources to my umbrella. So if I have a client, I'm not just their tax pro. I'm going to be their credit specialist. I'm going to be their financial literacy coach. I'm going to be their mortgage loan officer. I'm literally going to make sure that I'm a one-stop shop. Anybody on here believe in double dipping? Because what we're getting ready to show you tonight is not taking you away from what you already do. You're already serving people. Listen, we have already had 2 tax drops already. Those people need credit repair. And if you didn't offer it to them, shame on you, because they went somewhere. Those people that you already serve, they want to buy a home. Shame on you if you didn't have a service to be able to provide. But listen, we're going to stop it, because now we're going to give you something that within a couple of weeks, guys, you literally can have the education that you need. You can have the resources that you need to be like a Carlotta, who's throwing loans over the fence, to be like a Coach Keisha, like a Miss Yolanda. Listen, somebody say I'm starting a new application now, and I'm here with you right now. So it's the simplicity, guys. Listen, as Miss Mead said, you already have your clients. Listen, if you have an intake packet in your tax office, drop a 1 in the chat. To that intake, you're going to simply add 2 to 3 questions. Number 1, are you looking to make a large purchase with your tax return? They're going to probably say, yeah. Most of our clients, y'all, they're trying to buy a house or a car, right? So if they say a house, then you're going to ask question number 2. Do you know your credit score? They're going to either say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. And you're going to say, okay, I got a solution. I got a solution. You're no longer have to let them walk out of your office and go to Shay or Ray or whoever, and let your clients, listen to me tonight. Let your client waste their hard-earned tax dollars by going down here and giving somebody $3,000 for a swipe on a suite that doesn't even work for them. If you really care about your clients, probably you're in the community where you're serving those clients. Home ownership stabilizes communities. Home ownership stabilizes communities. It's safer communities. It's better schools. It's better access. And I will tell you this right here. Communities that are saturated with home owners, guys, there's a higher net worth, because people value the things around them. So I'm getting ready to show you very simply how you can add mortgage loan origination to your tax office. Now, this may not be for everybody, but I will tell you right now to go grab your cell phone, and I want you to Google the average mortgage loan salary in your state. All right. And while you got your phone in your hand, let me see if I can get my screen share up here. While you got your phone in your hand, I also want you to Google mortgage loan officer and search the word Indeed. Because right now, about maybe 2 weeks ago, Indeed and CNBC, we know these are major media outlets, they said that the number 2 sought after career in America in 2024 is what? Mortgage loan originator. Guys, the average income for a mortgage loan originator in 2024 is projected to be about $200,000. Now, I know as tax professionals, we typically work our business seasonally, right? So we get in, we get out. Miss Mead, let me know if you can see my screen because I'm working over here on a new device. Just if you can unmute yourself and just let me know that you can see it and we can keep pushing. Can you see my screen? Is that a yay or a nay? Because I don't hear anything.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, whoever that was. I can't see you. So I'm working on a new device. So, but listen, so we know that we're projected as MLO to be the number 2 desired career in America. Let me talk to the tax pros in the room. We're seeing things shift, right? We're seeing things economically change. We're seeing interest rates come down. And if you truly care about the clients that you serve, you can position yourself to work in the community as a loan officer. Now, a lot of times we have to go through all these classes and trainings to get credentialed. Now, especially if you're an EA or you're a CPA, you know that there's some additional testing required. Well, with this opportunity, guys, I'm getting ready to show you how you can merge what you already love doing to this platform, and it doesn't take a whole lot of your time. I know we're in the height of tax season. Why? Because I stay up late doing taxes too. But what I also love is there's a lot of leverage. Put the word leverage in the chat. There's a lot of leverage with this platform. As Miss Mead shared about the credit, guys, you're not, as you heard Coach Lakeisha, you're not the one sitting down doing their credit repair. You're going to rely on AI technology that's running 30 to 40,000 algorithms at one time to determine what's the best, most efficient, proficient way to get this client's credit up. Why are we trying to do that? Because we want to hear it clear to close. All right. So with Own Easy, it's a nationwide platform where you can come on board as a mortgage loan officer. As I said, average income around 200,000, but I can't promise you that. Real estate is transactional, you guys. So if you don't sell a house, if you don't close a mortgage, there won't be any money to make. But if you do, guys, you're in control of the pen. Now, I don't know about you guys, but on average, let's just say if the average tax prep fee in your business was $500, right? You're going to take that, of course, but imagine being able to walk away, like Carlotta just said, a loan for $300 and some $1,000, another $3,000 for that same client. So you're literally compounding. Put the word compound in the chat. You're compounding your income, which means you're building your retirement a whole lot faster. I'm going to talk to y'all like tax pros, right? Because I understand in this industry, because I've been in it for almost 7 years. In this industry, we typically don't have a retirement plan. So what you need to do now is see, how can I leverage what I'm already doing, become a community loan officer, take that additional money, supplement, pay down my debt, start investing in real estate, and create my own retirement plan. Listen, I'm going to exit the space. This was supposed to be my year to exit. My team said, listen, I need you to stay 1 more year. I said, I will. But next year, guys, I'm not even doing taxes. Not saying you have to stop. I know some of y'all love what you do. But what I'm saying is I'm making a whole lot of money here in shorter time. And I'm going to show you this leverage concept that is mind blowing. But let's talk about being a community loan officer, right? You're simply going to help families become homeowners. You're going to go out there and you're going to identify who has a score that needs to be repaired, because you can refer them to credit repair, who is already mortgage ready. So if you have clients, they already have a great credit score, they got good income, you know that because you're their tax preparer, right? So you can refer them through our program where now you're employed inside of a federal credit union. This credit union, Capital Federal, guys, is one of a whole network called a CUSO. It's a whole network of credit unions where it's 152 other credit unions in this platform. So you're literally putting your clients in front of the best bank products: FHA, VA, USDA, Fannie Mae products, Freddie Mac products, conventional loans, jumbo loans, bank statement loans. This is good. Put a 2 in the chat if you guys are able to do Schedule Cs. You do business tax returns. Listen, bank statement loans are great for entrepreneurs. I can tell you, when I was an entrepreneur guy, well, I'm an entrepreneur now, but before I bought this house, I tried to buy a house literally just on the strength of my business business income. Though I had multiple six-figure income, I ended up running into a whole lot of problems because I experienced a loan officer who was racist. I just call a spade, but I was using my bank statements. The money was there. It was documented. They required me to get an audit from my CPA. Everything was there. But unfortunately, I dealt with systemic racism. We know that many of the clients, listen to me, tax pros, many of the clients that we serve are intimidated by sitting in front of banks. That's why they come sit in your office. They're intimidated by systems. So as a community loan officer, you get to create that comfort level. You get to say, you know what, no more discrimination, no more, will we not have homes in our communities because of racial discrimination? Guys, I can tell you right now that the average home ownership rate in America is wider than it was during civil rights. So we need more community loan officers who can identify with these clients. You already have rapport with them. They trust you to do their taxes. They've been coming to you for years and years on end. So why wouldn't you be their loan officer? It just makes sense, right? You also can manually underwrite. What does that mean? If a client goes through the pipeline and their loan is rejected by the software, this bank will manually underwrite. You just heard from Ms. Carlotta, guys. I think she's had several loans that were manually underwritten. That means we're going to take the time to say, okay, Johnny, he has a day job. He has a W-2, but he drives Uber on the side. His wife is selling plates. We're going to literally look at and calculate every source of income. We're going to try to get this loan done if it makes sense. A traditional bank would not do that. Wells Fargo, they don't have time, right? Navy Federal, you guys saw the headlines. They don't have the time, but now you get to be in a trusted community where your clients can say, okay, Mrs. Tax Professional, Mrs. CPA, you can really help my client. Because guys, many of these clients we're working here, even though we can do, big jumbo loans, guys, we can do multi-million-dollar properties. The average loan in our pipeline is about $190,000. So that means hardworking families, many of which are, single moms with multiple kids. These are the ones who are so excited to get this jumbo tax return. Guys, help these women get in position to build a legacy. Somebody put legacy, because if I got a tax client who can afford to pay somebody $2,000 a month to rent a 3-bedroom, it's my obligation to help her own a home. Y'all hear what I'm saying tonight? We can do 203K loans, rehab loans, DSCR, guys. We can do all loan products. And some of you probably like, what does this mean? What does it mean? All of this stuff you're saying, guys, we're going to teach you and train you, and it's not going to take away from what you're already doing. But more importantly, guys, while you're helping your clients, you get to earn commissions on a part-time or full-time basis. And I will tell you, if you are a tax pro and a realtor, drop me in the chat. If you are a tax professional and a realtor, guys, this is a no-brainer. Ask Mr. Sebastian Isom. Sebastian down in South Florida, he's a real estate professional, he's a tax professional, and he's an insurance agent. Somebody say all things finance. Now, I'm not going to give any income claims. You can go Google for yourself, but the number one way, if you look it up, the number one way to build wealth in America is financial services. So if you're out there and you're doing taxes on the side, but you Grubhubbing and you Ubering outside of tax season, guys, listen, don't hustle backwards. Hustle smart. Do something that will allow you to create legacy money, because that's what I'm doing. That's what Miss Mead is doing. That's what these ladies heard. That the person that invited you here tonight, that's what they're doing. They're making their businesses models line up so they make sense. But let me tell you, if you are a tax pro and a realtor, which I will be at the end of March, okay, you get to double dip even more. So that means as real estate professionals, you get to go show your clients a house, right? You're going to sell them a house anyway, but who's going to sell them the loan? You now, because you're a mortgage loan officer. So guys, this gives you total autonomy over your client relationship. You get to serve them on every single thing they need, from improving their credit, to being educated about the home buyer process, to actually shopping for the home, to buying the house and getting the clear to close. So we have so many real estate professionals who double dip on this thing, guys. And that means they get paid 2 times on the same loan. Somebody put some dollar signs in the chat, because I'm getting ready to talk about this money, but I need you guys to understand how this makes sense for so many financial influencers. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're on the line tonight and you're not already thinking about who's in your black book of business that you can go back and help, you probably need to listen in a little closer. If you're on the line tonight and you're not already thinking about the clients that already got their tax returns that you could have helped, listen, as a tax professional, the benefit of being on this platform as a community mortgage loan officer is you got leverage. There's no heavy lifting, guys. You got somebody else doing the credit repair. You got someone else holding your hand. It's called a loan buddy, holding your hand to get these loans over the fence. Guys, I'm a tax pro, right? I'm a credit coach. I was not a loan officer until this platform, and I literally been able to build a business here in a $12 trillion industry. You guys, this makes sense. You talk about priority, right? The first stop in a mortgage process, guys, is getting the pre-approval. So as a mortgage loan officer, you stop the money in its tracks. If you decide I'm going to come on this call and walk away, guess what? That money is going to go to another loan officer. Why can't you put yourself in the path of the money? And then you're talking about knowledge, right? We have a simple system where you can plug in at your own convenience, self-paced, but guys, you don't have to know everything to get started. When I got started in the tax industry, as I already mentioned, guys, I drove to Alabama, my husband and I, and they crammed everything we could in a 2-day weekend. All day Saturday and half of a Sunday. And I walked out that year and did over $15,000 my first year in the tax industry. And of course, we kept scaling from there. But you get to get everything you need because you have mentors and coaches around you, giving you the confidence. You don't do these loans by yourself. You're going to be paired with a loan officer who's been in the game, many of them 15, 20 years. They're going to be the ones doing the loan. I'm going to show you in a minute how simple this is. And then, guys, more importantly, we're in the middle of a wealth transfer. If you haven't looked around, guys, people have access to resources they've never had before. We are in the middle of a wealth transfer. So now you can earn income. You can earn commissions from your taxes that you do, right? But you can earn income as a loan originator on the same deal, and you're not going to even be the person doing all the work. And also there's an increased level of trustworthiness. You think about, guys, listen, if you built your business off the strength of word of mouth, put me in the chat. Because I'll tell you right now, I don't even have to really advertise for tax clients because I've done so well, because we've helped people optimize their tax dollar. They come back, but they send people. So imagine now your same client who you help improve their taxes, and you saved them $10,000 because they were going to owe the IRS before you legally realize, hey, look, Johnny, I can show you some things legally. They went and told people about you. It's the same here. Your client goes out, they become a homeowner. Who you think they're going to go tell? Their family and friends. So guys, now you're bringing traffic back to you, and there's a huge way for you to optimize. So as a mortgage loan officer, you're simply helping families win. Somebody say help. We're already doing that, guys. I was a former social worker, 16 years. This industry retired me. I retired twice now over, but I'm going to tell you, all I'm doing is still helping families buy a house right now. While these interest rates have been going back, let me talk right here. Let me teach y'all something. Interest rates are going backwards. This is a great time to buy. Do not listen to, and don't let your clients listen to people who are saying, wait, guys. They're missing out on equity. Equity is how wealthy people build their wealth in real estate. So your clients buy now. If they got great credit, because you got a phenomenal platform to help them, they can always refinance later. Listen, and when the rates drop or they refinance because maybe they got stuck in a higher interest rate, you get paid as an MLO. Guys, you can get paid multiple times. They buy a bigger house or downsize. You get paid every single time. And I'm going to tell you, as Miss Mead said, guys, we are so serious about our mission. We ain't talking about what we might do. We will help 1 million families become homeowners. We will help families create unlimited earning potential. We will position people to buy blocks. Why? Because we know we got something that's recession proof. Every person in America has to file their taxes, right? Well, every person in America wants great credit, and every person in America wants to be a homeowner. Why don't you provide the service that they're wanting, guys? When you identify supply and demand and you provide a solution for people, guys, you never worry about your income. Now, we're going to talk about money a little bit closer, but I want you to know, and I hope by now you've already looked at that article, because I'm not telling you what I think. I'm not telling you what I know. I'm telling you what the statisticians, we numbers people, right? I'm telling you the money makes sense. And if you're on the line tonight, I'm sorry if you ain't getting it yet, but the money makes sense, okay? So I want to talk about it, because I know as a busy tax professional, you're like, I want to leverage my time. Michelle already got a book of business. I'm doing 300-400 tax returns a year. Maybe you're just getting started. Maybe you're just doing 5 or 10. I don't know, but I can tell you that time is the most precious commodity. I don't do anything unless there's leverage. Even in my tax business, I am not a solo taxpreneur. I just can't afford that because my time is too valuable. Your time is valuable too. So what are we going to give you? We're going to give you this loan buddy. On the left, you guys, this is what you're going to do as a loan officer. Help your client with the home buyer application. You're going to gather up their documents. You already got half of them. You already got their ID. You already got their social security card. You already got their tax records, and you already got their income. So all you need now is access to the bank statement, and that can be connected to the application. You're not doing anything extra except helping them get in the loan. That's your part. Somebody put in the chat, that's it. Put that's it and put a question mark. That's it, y'all. That's your part as a loan officer. So if you can have a client who can fill out a intake form in your office, you can help them fill out an application, right? And so then you have a loan buddy. This is a person that's seasoned. They've been doing this way longer than you and I. They're going to work with that application. They're going to work with appraisal. They're going to work with the underwriting team. They're going to answer those difficult questions. They're going to make sure the RESPA laws are in place, timelines. They're going to dot the I's, cross the T's, because guess what? You're leveraging them. You're leveraging their time. You're leveraging their expertise. They're going to finalize and submit the loans. But guess who get paid? You get paid. Listen, drop some dollar signs in the chat, because y'all, when I saw this, let me tell you, when I saw this, I was mind blown, because my goal, and Ms. Mead can tell you, my goal was to add mortgage loan origination to my service umbrella anyway. My goal is to be a one-stop shop, all things financial, right? And so I'm known as a pivoter, helping families pivot to prosper. So I know I was missing a piece. I was missing the real estate piece. Though I was a real estate investor, I wasn't able to put my clients in front of real estate. So I said, you know what? I'm going to be a loan officer. And that was my Q3 goal for last year, guys. Was for 20, this is 24. That was my Q3 goal for 2022. Talk to our CEO, president, Mr. Chet Seeley. And I said, Mr. Seeley, you're going to see me slow down a little bit in business, because I'm getting ready to go to school and get my mortgage loan origination. And he said, save your money. We got that coming. And I'm like, you got what coming? Okay, I leaned in a little bit. You got what coming? He said, mortgage loan origination. I said, you lying. He said, no, really, we do. And I'm like, how? And he said, we found a legal loophole whereby we have a partnership. If you work directly for a bank, a credit union, or a financial institution, you can waive the SAFE exam and be an MLO. I was like, what? So literally, guys, we got started. I jumped at this thing. I literally told everybody I know. I told every tax client about the services. Miss Mead did the same thing, guys. We literally took off. So whoever invited you here today, guys, you should be sending them a thank you right now, because I'm getting ready to show you the blueprint on how to financially secure your money right now, right? So as a loan officer, yes, you're going to get paid. So I want you to understand, like, you get paid on what's called basis points. This is MLO terminology. Basis points or BIPs, right? You get paid anywhere from 100 basis points up to 140. We're math people, so follow me right here. 100 basis points, guys, is 1%, okay? 1% of the loans. So if you go out and you did a loan that was $400,000, put the average home loan price in your area in the chat. If you did a loan that was $400,000, that means that's a commission of $4,000. Now, unless you're doing S corp, you're probably not gonna get $4,000 per return. Okay. Now, listen, that's $4,000 for every client you just help achieve the American dream, right? But so you come on board and you're new. So of that, you're not going to get all of it at first. You're going to have to do a profit share, right? Just like we do. If you're an ERO, hashtag me out there, you pay your professionals on a sliding scale, right? 50-50, 60-40, depending on their experience, they might get 70-30. Depending on, if they're under your umbrella, they might get 100%, but you still going to get those back end fees. This is just like that. All right. So your first 10 deals, guys, you keep 65, loan buddy 35. And I'm going to show you the math, because I know y'all already figuring it out. 11 through 20, your next 10 deals, you keep 75. The loan buddy, who's doing all the heavy lifting, they only getting 25%, y'all. Anything but beyond that, you got 85%. Somebody say leverage. You can still run your tax business. You can still run your insurance practice. You can still do whatever you're doing on the outside, guys, but you're now in a business with leverage. You get to walk away from 85% of every single real estate transaction. Let me show you what that looks like, because I know somebody out there is like, okay, girl, slow down. You're talking too fast. Let me slow down right here. All right. You go out and you help 3 of your clients purchase a home. All right. Let's say at 100 basis points, guys. After the loan buddy got paid, you got your money. They're getting their money. 3 houses, let's just say average 400K, guys. That's $7,800 you brought home that month. Now, I know I'm a tax professional. I know how to market. Many of you know how to market. We know we can easily make $30,000 plus in a quarter, right? but we're talking about $7,800 in a month, and you not staying up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Does that sound good to anybody other than me? All right, let me make it a little bit more plain, okay? You did 8 houses. 8 of your clients said, you know what? I want to buy a house. You help them. Guys, $400,000 house, just say average. We know some cost more than that, some cost less than that. Let's just say $400K. You just made $28,000 that month. And we're not talking about this is quarterly income. You do this all year long. So guys, this is a cash cow. We get to impact our communities. We get to make sure our children have a place to lay their head that's safe. We get to be the voice that said, you know what? No more discrimination because somebody's brown. Guys, African American, Hispanic Americans, you heard from Carlotta. Listen, this movement is about changing the narrative. We get to bring 75% home ownership to the communities that have been left out. Redlining has kept a lot of families out of wealth. When you look at the wealth gap, it mirrors the home ownership rate in America. Let me tell you something, tax professional. Right now, only 44% of Black families own homes. Only 48% of Hispanic Americans own homes. And I get it. We did good because we were smart enough to start a business and scale our income, but it's not about us. If you say you help and you say you care about your clients and the community of your clients, guys, bring them out of those neighborhoods they're in and help them become homeowners. 8 families and you just made $28,000. Imagine you help 16 families, guys. We're talking about 85% of that loan comes to you. That's $76,000 in a month. That's more than what I made as a social worker. That's almost twice what I made as a social worker doing 4 jobs. So what I want you to understand, guys, is that real estate is transactional. The more people you help, just like in taxes, the more people you help, the more money you're going to make. And there's a bonus pool. We're talking about even more passive money. We just got a paycheck today. At the end of the month, we get bonus pool, right? So if you introduce this, like you heard Coach Lakeisha, you heard Miss Yolanda Mead, you bring your tax team with you guys, show them the play. When they go out and do a home loan, you're going to make passive money in the bonus pool down through 3 levels. But let me show y'all what else. Right here on this screen, guys, just like the real estate model, you have the ability to have leverage, right? You're the ERO, you're the service bureau, okay? That means you get paid on every tax return that comes through your software. Am I right or right? I'm right. As the broker of the tax business, you're going to be now the broker on the real estate firm. So every mortgage loan that's done by a rep you refer comes through your brokerage. So when they get paid, you get paid too. Let me show you guys how sweet this is. So let's say they did a $400,000 loan, right? Well, they're going to get their commission. I showed you that. We won't flip backwards. You're going to get 10 basis points. So that means of that loan, guys, you're going to be able to walk away with $400. Just to say if that was the average loan. If it was $200,000, you get 200, etc. But follow me here. They did a loan that was $400,000. They got paid. Loan Buddy got paid. They don't split your money. Somebody dropped dollar signs in the chat. They don't split your money. You make $400 passive. Question. If you're splitting the return fee with your preparers, you're probably not making $400 on every return unless your prices are overinflated. And that's fine. You get to choose your prices. I'm no shame with that. Get paid what you're worth. I believe in that. But listen, $400 for every home they sell and nobody splitting your commission. So imagine if you introduce this to 10 tax preparers, 10 realtors, 10 insurance professionals, 10 people in ministry, 10 whoever, right? 10 people down the street that want to start a business. You introduce them, guys. They all did 1 house a month. That's $4,000 in monthly income you make with your eyes closed. Passive. Put that in the chat. PA $IVE. Passive income is massive. You guys, we talk about building wealth. We don't want to work till we die. You know, so many of us in the tax industry, guys, we can't pull away from the money because it's all we have. So we have to work into our 60s and 70s. We're changing that narrative. Imagine if you help, 20 people and they all did just 1 loan a month, guys. That's $8,000 in monthly income. You're not touching the loan. You don't even know the home buyer, but you're earning income that is absolutely substantial. That's allowing you to create wealth for your community. And you're out here changing the narrative, right? You're creating homeowners. That's so important. 30 MLOs. You got a tax team down in Florida. Now you got a tax team down in Alabama. You got a tax team out in Atlanta, guys. 30 people. Everybody just did 1 loan. Now we know we can't talk about doing 1 tax return and think we're going to be sustained, but just imagine everybody did just 1 loan, guys. That's $12,000 a month. That's 6 figures a year you're just making in this business alone. Not even to consider what you're making on your tax business. Is this making sense to anybody? Is this making sense to anybody? That's 6 figures a year. Again, no income claims, guys, because real estate is transactional. If you don't sell a house, there's no money. The same way as if you don't do a tax return, there's no money. You got to go out and get it. But what I love, guys, is we have the training here. We show you how to fish for people. We show you how to bring these clients in. 40 people a month, guys, even one home a month. You're talking about now $16,000 a month in monthly income. So let me just help this make sense, right? You got a PTI in, you got an EFIN number. Let me just show you how to leverage that. Because if you're not already doing taxes nationwide, you should be. But as a mortgage loan officer on this platform, guys, you got the ability to be present in all 50 states without ever leaving your house. I hardly ever come out of my office. Listen, right? This is my bank receptacle. I'm in my cube right here, right? This is my retirement place, right? But imagine as a tax pro, you go out here, you help a family own a home, right? Let's say 400,000. We're going to use that same example. 400,000. I know y'all follow me because y'all tax people. Okay, we love numbers. $400,000 at 1%. We're just going to go with the lowest basis point. At 1%, you got 65% of that. So on that deal, you brought home $2,600. Now imagine you did that for 8 of your clients. Okay, so 8 of your tax clients, you just made $20,000 by helping 8 of them get in the game to win, right? Now imagine you went out there and you did the tax return for that client. And let's just say you made $500. And let's just say you went and you helped 100 people. Guys, look at the money here. That's $50,000. Now, when you combine that, and I didn't do the math on the screen, but I'm looking at it as I'm going through it to make sure it is math. And then I think that it is, okay? When you look at the combined income right there, guys, that's over $75,000. And we're not talking about what you did all year long. We're talking about what you did Q1. We're talking about what you did January, February, March. January, February, March. You did 100 tax returns, maybe. Most of you, I think we all can do that, especially if we like EROs, right? 100 tax returns came through your office. Of those 100, 8 of them bought a house. And now you're talking about in Q1, literally, guys, look at the money right here. You just built a 6-figure bag and literally didn't have to leave your office. So when you become a mortgage loan officer on this platform, you guys, you have the ability to say, okay, well, I'm gonna go the traditional route. I'm gonna go study for a test. I'm gonna take a pre-licensure course. I'm gonna go out here and take an annual renewal, and I'm gonna go get licensed in my state, and I'm gonna have to do that for all 50 states. And as a MLO, typically, you have to have great credit. Listen, my credit score is a 766 on any given day, but I didn't start there. I started in the 500s. This industry changed my life for real, for real. You know, we're talking about having access to all kinds of credit lines, but I didn't start there. But guys, listen, you can go the hard way and go out here and, you know, spend a lot of time taking a test that only 48% of people pass, or you can say, I don't even want to take a test because I'm busy. You can sign up with the person that referred you tonight. You can get trained, guys. It's very simple. Like literally, they can even help you with the business, right? You do have to pass a background check, but you already did that to get your PTI in and to get your EFIN, right? You can literally originate loans in all 50 states without having to take a state licensing test, without any pre-licensure courses, without any annual renewals and continual educations, all of that, guys. So when you become a loan officer tonight as an ERO, as a CPA, as an EA, as a preparer, when you become a loan officer tonight and say, I'm going to add that to my service bureau, guys, literally you're talking about, your one-time investment is going to be paid time and time over. Now, if you stick around, I'm going to share a promo code with you in a minute. So don't get bogged by the number on the screen, because I would pay that 10 times over for what I've earned already. But you get compliance courses and training. We know how important that is as tax professionals. You got to pass a background check. You get a POS software and CRM. Guys, the tools are here. The same way you operate on your tax software platform, guys, you get a system where you can see and have visibility to your clients. And you also have access to title. So through this platform, not only can you help them buy the house, guys, but if you do the title, guess what? That's another 20%. You have AI-powered credit repair. You have a fully staffed MLO business because there's a customer service team. Why do I need that? Because I'm busy. I'm over here keying in returns all day. I'm reviewing returns for my team. So I need my customers to be able to call somebody that can answer their questions but I'm still the one that earned the income. You got access to medical, dental, vision. Guys, I'm going to tell you, as I said, I've been in the industry almost 7 years. As an entrepreneur for over 7, I've always paid my medical out of pocket. This company saves me over $400 a month. I have Aetna. I pay $18 a month for my medical, and I pay $30 a month for my vision and dental, guys. Listen, it's going to save you money, but your clients got access to the same medical services. So think about how many clients come through your office that could benefit from this. Guys, you literally have a whole VIP membership here. You do have to pay your background and fingerprint check. That's $66. But listen, guys, $399.90 is the normal investment. But because you were invited on tonight, if you take advantage of this information tonight, listen, we know you got money. We already had 2 tax drops, okay? If you take advantage of this tonight, it's $249.90. And if you're on the line and you're like, well, Michelle, I don't even have that. You know, we got ways to be able to help you get started, right? We can help you finance this business while we catch you up so that next year, this time, you never financing anything else. We want you to get in front of money, guys. Cash, asset, cash. We're teaching people how to leverage this world of real estate to create assets that lead to more cash, that lead to more assets, and vice versa. So there is an $89 overhead. No worries about that, though, because that's going to come with marketing material. It's going to come with customer service. It's going to come with your POS, your software, and all of the services, and it can be waived. So if you got 5 clients right now, you already thinking about that either A, could benefit from utilizing the credit services because they're just not there yet, right? Or if you're thinking about other tax professionals or other professionals in general that could utilize this, guys, refer them to the platform. The company's going to give you 50% revenue share of that, up to 100. But those 5 people means the company waives the services for you. So if you're on the line tonight, guys, I promise you, you know, you're partnering with a trusted platform. You know, you heard from Coach Lakeisha. She's been doing taxes way longer than me, but I can tell you, just like her, I wouldn't risk my reputation for nobody, because this is how my family eats, right? And so I love this company because it does literally change lives. Listen, I had a timeshare on my credit, you guys, and I'm done. I have a timeshare on my credit that I paid somebody over $5,000 to remove. They couldn't get it off. I got over here, work with these plan practitioners, guys. In the first attempt, not only did they get a $56,000 timeshare removed off of my Experian credit profile, but they also eradicated the debt. So literally, I saved $56,000. I had 2 student loans in great standing, but they had misreported information. They found a loophole in that, and guess what? They had to come off over $12,000. And so I personally use the services, and I use them because if you got great credit, listen, you want to protect that. What are you doing to protect your credit so that nobody hacks into your information? Listen, we're changing lives. You already heard from Carlotta, Tax Pro out there, but you know, she said, listen, when I found out less than 50% of Hispanic families own homes, she said, I felt obligated to do this. So I don't know, guys, if you're on the line tonight and you're like, you know what, Ms. Kofer, Ms. Mead, whoever invited you to hear this information, you're like, I really want to make an impact in my community. I want to do something that, you know, will allow people to remember me. I want to do something that will allow me to truly be a transformative force in the community. Guys, it's adding this simple service of loan origination. You can already have your own credit stuff. We don't care. That's what I love about the founders. Listen, most people would say, if you got something already that's conflicting with what we do, we don't want you. But they're not focusing on that, guys. They're focusing on how can we help families own homes. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm done. You can raise your hand if you have a question. In America, right now, today, only 8% of mortgage loan officers are minority. And you wonder why not many minority families own homes, because there's too much discretion in the hands of people that don't look like them. This is not a race conversation. This is a real conversation. We're talking about how do we transform the communities we live in with our influence. They trust us already. They trust us already. You may be doing taxes, but I bet you your tax clients come to you and they ask you, how do I budget? I'm finna get ready to do this. They already trust you to be their financial voice. Why don't you guide them to the one thing that will keep on paying time and time again? And it's home ownership, guys. People out here right now, I'm in Atlanta, getting evicted. Almost 80,000 families in Atlanta evicted, not because they don't have jobs, it's because rent's too high. Let's help these same clients become homeowners. All right. And so listen, guys, we want to thank you again for jumping on. Thank you so much to these tax pros for coming up here and sharing their testimonies tonight. Coach Lakeisha, again, Miss Carlotta Ross, Miss Yolanda Mead. If you're a tax pro out there and you're already an MLO, hashtag double dip in the chat. Just want to see who you are. But if you are a guest on here tonight, you're welcome. If you are a guest on here tonight and you have a question, get your question answered right here. We're going to give you a promo code. So if you're interested, we're going to reduce that $2.99 down tonight to only $2.49. Now, I know we all like a good deal, okay? But if I had a choice, guys, I would have spent tens of thousands of dollars. Many of y'all have been to continuing education classes that you spent 10 grand on. Yeah, if you're serious about your business, you have. $2.49. I ain't no income claims, but there's a check somewhere behind me over. I done got 3 of those. That's just the first one. It says, what is my shoulder? I'm trying to get my shoulder. That say 10,000. Is that what that say back there? I've gotten 3 of those. Those are bonuses. No income claims. I'm a tax professional who was smart enough to say, I'm not going to be a solopreneur. I'm going to build leverage. I'm going to create an opportunity. I've gotten 3 of those. We got a young lady right now, 2 young ladies just last weekend got acknowledged for getting $17,000 in bonus. Y'all know what back end fees look like. Y'all know what them summer checks look like. We can pick those up all year long, but we're mission focused first. Focus on the mission, the money will follow. Hello, we out there? So listen, we want to say thank you guys. I'll bring you back up, Miss Mead. If you guys have any questions, we'll take those. You can raise your virtual hand. We are honored that you took time out because I know y'all busy. Y'all took some time out and we didn't mean to go so long. We apologize. So we know we all got work to do. I know me and Yolanda, we be in Zoom late at night working taxes. Like we do business together. We even got, listen to my girl boss taxpreneurs out there. Put WOW in the chat if y'all are part of the WOW movement. Listen, we even got a women's movement inside of this company that's gangster, y'all. All we talk about is wealth. This is just a part of what we're doing. It's just a part of it. We are changing the norm for women. They say that the average woman in America, well, they not the average woman. They say by 2027, women will control 2/3 of the income in America. Bet. Anybody got any questions? Miss Mead, I'm gonna bring you on spotlight. Anybody got any questions? We will definitely take those. We're fully transparent tonight, guys. There's nothing that we're hiding or holding back. If this is a fit for you, probably you want to get your questions answered right now. And it's no shame. If you are serious about, taking stake, this company is baby. We will be a Fortune 500 company, guys. The company's co-founders already have a vision to be a publicly traded company within the next 3 years. If you are a trainer, you get to earn stock option here. So we're not playing, girls, gentlemen, if we got some of y'all on the line. We're not playing. We already do this stuff. We already do it anyway. Come over here and leverage the platform to create your retirement plan. All right. Anybody got any questions tonight? Let me see if I can put this in full view so that I can see if you got any questions. Well, everybody stayed on. I see the same numbers on here from when we got started. Anybody got any question? If it makes sense to you, hashtag I'm in the chat. If it makes sense to you, hashtag I'm in. Let me just see who we're talking to tonight. Hashtag I'm in. All right. Welcome to the movement. So what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is get back to the person that invite you. I see a CPA on here. Come on, smart self. Listen, I see you over here, Angel. But listen, if you're on tonight, guys, and this makes sense, we want to certainly welcome you to Own Easy. We want to welcome you to the 75 for All movement. We want to thank you for taking out your time to participate. Certainly appreciate the person that invited you here. They will be getting you the link to get started. And literally, I'm talking about you can get your NMLS and within 2 weeks or faster can be out here originating loans. So you want to optimize this tax season. So many people have money coming through their hand, and if we don't be the voice for them, they'll waste it. They'll go out to these buy here, pay here lots. They'll go and, shopping sprees. We know what our clients do, right? Unless we're educating them. I'm so proud of Miss Mead. We educate our clients on what to do with their tax money. It's their money, but we show them how to optimize it. So I see your hand raised, Queen of Taxes. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Thank you. Good evening. I had two questions. My first question is that 249, that's the one-time payment. Do we still have to pay the 89 each month?
So the 89 is a recurring payment because you're going to have the whole platform. You got your websites, all of that. You got your landing pages, you got marketing materials, you got POS, LOS. So that is a monthly fee. But most of us, like, we literally get that off our backs our first week. But you do have a month. So 249 is a one-time investment. And then the 89 will start next month if you don't enroll 5 people within 30 days. Now, some people move a little slower on that, but guess what? It's no worries. I always tell people, like, it's a tax write-off anyway. So if you
Right.
have to pay $89 a month, I mean, realtors, insurance professionals, they're used to those kind of fees. But
Right.
that fee is waived once you refer 5 people. And so, who referred you tonight, Queen?
Yolanda Me.
Okay, so she's the GOAT. So she's gonna lock arms with you. She'll talk about how to get this launched. The easiest way is just to get people in a Zoom. She'll do a private Zoom for you, share the MLO opportunity. We kind of gave you guys an abbreviated kind of rush presentation tonight. She'll share it, answer their questions. If they're ready to go, they sign up on your link. It's just as simple. Yolanda has a team full of, she probably got the most tax professionals on her team in the company. Yeah, she has a
Yeah.
team full of tax professionals, full of them.
Yeah,
And they
I'm under
come
her.
with their teams. They
Yeah,
come with
I'm
their
under
team.
her.
Huh?
I said, yes, I'm under her now.
Yep. All right. Well, welcome. But yeah, the
I
$89
will tell you
is
that was my strategy, getting on that cruise.
yeah, she's talking about the cruise. Yolanda, you want to tell them about that cruise?
Yes, the company had a challenge out. We had a certain amount of time where we had to get our business up and running. We are going on a 7-day cruise on the Celebrity Cruise boat in October for 7 days. And me and Miss Cofer, Dr. Cofer, we had a competition. We was neck and neck. She won, I'm two, I'm one. We going back and forth. And behold, in our last event, me and her hit. She hit 1 and I hit 2nd. So it's kind of great to feel like me and my mentor is going after each other, but it's a friendly competition.
Yeah.
So it was great. That is amazing cruise. I don't have to pay for no flight. I don't gotta pay for no hotel.
And I'm gonna tell
I'm
you,
there.
so all expense paid. But listen, y'all, if you get started tonight, you're in the cruise. They opened it back up.
Yep.
So if you get started tonight, like in the month of March, we have between now to June, right?
June.
It's very
Yep.
simple. You get the ability to be a top spot. So we only got 22 spots filled so far. The top 5, we're all expense, our travel, all of that. We're talking about celebrity cruise. So you want to let your hair down, come on board. Like, guys, you can easily get this money, and that trip is available. So the competition goes through June, and it's not really about like how many people I can get. It's how many people can I empower, and it's all about retention too. So we didn't just go throw people in. We had to retain these people. So that meant we did good business, right? And so you have the ability. I coach Lakeisha's on the cruise, man. It's a lot of tax pros on the cruise. I'm thinking about Marquisha Williams is a tax pro. Miss Kiwi is a tax pro. She's on the cruise.
Yep.
It's a lot of tax pros.
It's a lot of tax professionals on that cruise.
Yeah. I mean, because y'all, it's already our network. We already, like Carlotta said, yep, we got a whole vacation.
Carlotta, we getting you on that cruise, so don't worry about that.
It's a lot of fun too. And so you think about, what am I going to do in the off season? I know a lot of tax pros, we build up our nest egg, 1/4 of the year, but then some of us run a little dry after summer, right? So what can you do throughout the year to keep that flow of money, currency coming in? You can do loans. And if you didn't do a loan that month, you build a team that's doing loans. Somebody going to be doing some loans somewhere. So you can still, supplement your income passively because somebody else in your organization will be doing loans. Okay. Any other questions? Anybody got any questions? That was a great question. Thank you. All right. So if y'all don't have any more questions, anybody, I see somebody. Okay. Looks like they're coming in. I thought I saw a hand raised. So no more questions, guys. I saw a lot of people saying I'm in. get with the person that get you here. They'll walk you through the app. You have to go through, some confidentiality pieces. You'll have to go through, a testing with the bank, because you will be hired on at the bank as a W-2. And then they'll work with you on a game plan to help you get this thing launched. If you have a tax office, we don't mind popping up a Zoom and, coming in virtually through your tax office, or if one of us are local, whoever invited you, if they're near you, we can pop in. We show you all kinds of ways to just add on to what you're currently doing, so you don't distract your business. Simple, easy peasy add on. So thank you again, Tax Pros, for coming on. Ms. Mead, I'll defer to you to close us out.
All right. So we're going to close out. Thank you guys so much for coming on, getting this information, because we are not selfish. We want to share this opportunity with everyone, because we already know for a fact it's hard to take that safe physics test. I talked to a young lady 2 weeks ago. She took that test 5 times, and each time she failed, she had to pay again. So get back with the person who invited you to this car. Get started. Get that promo code from that person so you get your spot locked in. I want to see everyone that was on this call on that cruise, because it's still more room. The company's taking 100 people. They only got 22 people. It's still more room to get on that cruise. But get back with the person that invited you and get started. I want to see everyone on the next call that's coming up, but stay tuned.
Good night, everybody. Take care.
Good night.